Hundreds of young people from across the state of Vermont gather each year on the statehouse lawn to voice their concerns and their solutions for the health and future of our planet. We over at Run on Climate got the chance to speak to a number of these young leaders, and one thing was clear. These young activists are speaking up about climate change, their futures, and their desires for their cities and towns to do more on climate. As to why they came, many attendees made it clear that being from smaller towns only emphasized to them the power of grassroots organizing and initiating change at the local level.
Like a lot of the things that help the climate also just help your local community, whether it's just like buying from a farm, you help the farmers directly and then help reduce your impact on the community.
Climate activism on the local level is important because it strengthens community and you can create meaningful change on a small scale.
I'm just here because we can make a big difference locally, because there's some people that, some people don't take it seriously. Even though it might not seem like it's making much of an impact, if more people do it.
I think our hometown Barrie, we're getting there. We're not doing enough because there's so many other issues that we're focusing on. But I think once we find that balance of trying to help everything,
If I have kids, I want them to grow up with the same life that I have, or even better. I don't want them to not be able to go skiing.
And I think we have a lot of drive to do things like that. At least at Spalding, we have a lot of clubs that are centered around that. We just need to fuel our energy into not only these other issues.
The more support we get here, the more support we can build everywhere else.
So I do think that maybe water-based power, or water generators, that would be really perfect for Vermont. I'm also really happy about what the people are doing. I've noticed that they're using less oil, using less stuff that can harm our planet. That's what I really do wish for Vermont to do. And for the whole state as a whole, it's basically cut back on coal.
On a local level, we have to start at the bottom and build up. I want to ensure a safe place for my younger cousins and all that stuff. We can look at our neighbors and our friends and say, oh, well, they're doing this. Why do I have to give up my own comfort to create a better environment? But it's not about what other people are doing, it's about what we can do for our planet. And it's all the little things that really do build up.
we can help influence others around us and other states nearby. My town, I think they could do a little bit more. So far, school-wide, I feel like at our school we're doing pretty well on using local produce and things like that.
My name's Caitlin. At my school, in Barrie, we are part of the Interact Club, and we did tree plenish this year. We planted 500 trees to combat our school's carbon output with electricity and everything else our school uses. Unfortunately, that's still not enough, as it was only half of our goal. We just can't get people to sign up for more, so it would be really great if we could get more people interested in climate change and so they can understand what it really means.
Oftentimes, a lot of people, especially youth, feel like they can't do things because it's too big of a scale. But being in, community and then dealing with issues and handling issues in the community helps youth and just people in general feel that sense of connection and like they're actually contributing.
I really think that the local legislation, local climate action is super important, because you can get it to a small scale level and you can eventually just spread the word and get people's attention about it, because I know a lot of people I know around here are kind of interested in it, and get more people to just kind of get that mob mentality kind of thing, but in a good way.
Montpelier is, compared to other towns in Vermont, doing a pretty good job addressing climate, but I think there's obviously more to be done, and given that we're the capital and we're setting the standard for other Vermont towns, I think that we need to take that into consideration and do more to set a standard for the rest of it.
We must act now to ensure a livable future for these young leaders and for generations to come.
If you have to start somewhere, you should start locally. Like they were saying, it builds and it builds and it builds until you get enough national attention.
To get involved, visit www.runonclimate.org today.